Okay, let me show you how I'm going to run the lights to the wingtips for my C47 build. I've already got the lights all wired and everything ready to be installed. I've drilled a little hole into the tip of each of the lights so I can feed the fiber optic directly onto it. I've done that in the past, and it really just makes for a tighter fit and everything, and more light production. The end result of what I'm going to show you is going to look like this. So you can see I've got the fiber optic sticking out the end, and just using electrician's tape to insulate the whole run of it. And that really helps keep the light focused all along the fiber optic so that no light is bleeding out anywhere else, and it really focuses it at the end. I have my floodlight mounted on a piece of styrene tubing to get it to the right elevation for broadcasting out of the front of the wing. And then I'll have my magnet wire running through. So what this looks like, so you get a nice bright red at the end, and you're going to get a nice brilliant flood coming out the front. But what I need to do at the end, the wingtip here, is dig a channel to countersink the fiber optic. So that's what I'm going to show you right now, that process. I'm just taking my square tipped file, and I'm just going to start with it at an angle so that I'm starting a V on it. I'm going to start my line. Okay, and now rolling the file over so it's square again. I'm going to follow that line that I've started creating. And because the tip of this broke at some point, it actually makes for a good digging tool for getting this channel. And you got to be careful doing this because, you know, obviously you don't want to excavate too far. I'll do this on both sides so that there's plenty of material left so that I don't go all the way through the wing. And the tip here, just need to go nice and slow in there. Nice. So there's the bottom. Okay. And then with the other side, I'm just going to do the same thing. So start on the angle with it so I can get my line. Okay, once I have that, I can start digging it out. Nice thing to have in the smaller files is this particular one is the ideal size for the actual diameter fiber optic that I'm using for this. There's this little button in the molding here that's thicker than the rest, so it takes a little bit more to excavate that. Just checking it with the light so I can take a little bit more off the tip here. The tip is the crucial part, because you want your fiber optic to feed through that without obstructing the tip of the wing from being able to close completely flush. So now I've got my channel in there. Now I want to test my fiber optic in there. Okay, so let me make sure it'll fit flush. So I'm going to cut a little bit of electrical tape, and then I'm going to round off the tip of this tape so I can kind of form it to the tip of the wing. Okay, just a nice little thing like that. Lay the tape onto the fiber optic without it sticking to my finger too much. It's trying to. Work around this way. Here's Steve, my neighbor, still going at his yard. He's a good guy. Okay. I'm going to take that almost right up to the tip. Throw the other piece on. I need to excavate just a little bit more. Not quite enough material out of there yet. Okay, that should be enough. Yep, there we go. So that'll fit flush now. So now what I'll do is just lay this out. And I'm going to bring it further along the wing just so that the I've got a 2mm LED that I'm using, and I don't want to risk having any more of the wing not go down flush. So I'm going to run the fiber optic down here to the thicker part of the wing, so there will be no worries about that. There. And here is my light here. I don't know how well you can tell, but I've got the tip drilled out. Now, put that in. There we go. So now I just need to tape that down to hold it. Then I'll put some glue on that to hold it in place. Okay. There. Let me burn the ends here so that I can test it again after I get everything set up. This magnet wire really does a good quick job. Wrapping wire I use with equal facility, but the magnet wire has really proven itself exceptionally helpful for really tight spaces and for low profile use in running it down from the model into the diorama, so you don't even really notice it at all. So let me disconnect the other one. Burned enough. There we go. Just need to get the red. Clip it. There we go. So that's how that's going to set up, and then I'll just cover that all entirely. And then it'll be, without having to run any new wire. With this magnet wire, I can just hook my other flood directly to it and solder it directly, because the insulation melts off so readily. So let me go ahead and cover this up now. Way I don't get any bleed. Okay. And now I need to just set up okay. So about right there. Now the diameter of my ground here, the green one, it doesn't burn away as easily as I sometimes want to get it to do, and so I'll just also scrape off some of the insulation as well, which makes the soldering go a lot faster. But the red is so thin that it just immediately melts away. Okay, and where did I drop my light? There it is. So I'll take my green now. And enough of that is exposed that it's going to be perfectly fine. That. So now I'll just clip on and solder these. And it's just, you know, that quick with the magnet wire. Really, really nice. Now I'll test it again. Now let me burn more of this insulation off. Red was not making as great a contact as it could. There we go. That's on the two tips. And there we go. So you can see my green and my flood. And now I'll just get these mounted in. Out of the way there, and I'll just use again some electrician's tape to cover these. And let me, forgot I should trim this here. Don't need all that extra bit of the LED post there. Right. That start it up there. Just fold those over, and I'll just trim the excess off of that. I'll do the same on the ground. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. Okay, and just trim that. Now with some CA glue, I can attach the floodlight We're at